Hey YouTubers, this is MiWilderness, Michigan Wilderness. I couldn't think of a good name for my channel, so I thought, what is my channel going to be about? Well, it's going to be about the wilderness, and I live in Michigan, so I guess that's as good a name as any. Mainly, I just want to do an intro to let everybody know what this site is about, what my channel is going to be focusing on, or whatever. And basically, it's going to be about getting out in the wilderness and hunting and gathering the way our ancestors did many, many moons ago. I have the other thing I wanted to say is in my videos I'm going to be quickly going over a lot of wild plants and mushrooms and trees, and I don't know, I might even have some videos on hunting and fishing. I may have some videos on bushcraft or survival skills, but it's mainly going to focus on hunting and gathering. And I wanted to, I guess, put up a disclaimer of sorts, if that's what you want to call it. I can't think of another name for it, but mainly just a warning that just because I tell you something's edible and, you know, give you a quick description of it, don't just accept what I say as the truth. Don't accept that with any of the sites or books you read, because there's a lot of conflicting information out there, and some of it's accurate and some of it isn't. There's a lot of folks on the internet, and there's a lot of folks that write books that claim they're experts, and in most cases they are somewhat of an expert in an area, but I think a lot of people try to go overboard and talk about things that they really don't know about. Maybe they read it in a book, you know, maybe they read that jewelweed is good for mosquito bites, but they've never actually used it. So what happens, I think, is a lot of information gets passed on that's inaccurate just by word of mouth, and just because people want to, you know, spread the word about something that they think they know about, whether they know about it or not. And that's not entirely a bad thing. I do it myself. Sometimes I get a little overzealous and say a plant has uses and I don't have any experience with it. What I'm going to try to do, though, is if I make a reference to something, I'm going to try and give you the source of my information, and I'm also going to let you know that the reference I make is not from my own experience, but rather something I read in a book or saw on the internet. And also, I'm going to share my actual experiences with you, and a lot of times they may conflict with what you read in books or see online. But they are my experiences, so I think that is the main thing to remember if you decide to get out in the woods and try some of this stuff, is you have to be your own teacher. You have to use multiple sources for your information, and when you experiment with these different things, you need to do it cautiously. You know, if you find a mushroom and you're certain, 100% certain it's edible, don't just eat the whole thing or eat 10 pounds of it. Just eat a small little bit and keep a sample that's uncooked in the refrigerator in case you get sick. Because just because something is known to be edible, it doesn't mean you're not going to get sick. And it's a lot easier if you do get sick, to take a sample of what you ate to the doctor and have him and give him something that he can go on to try and provide a diagnosis. I mean, if you're safe and you don't just eat things because you think they're what you think they are, you probably won't get sick. But it's good to keep that in mind. Don't just go running off in the woods and start trying things because somebody told you it would work or somebody told you you could eat it. You need to talk to professionals that know what they're doing and confirm this stuff before you just go leaping off of a cliff, you know. And that's the main point of my channel, is I want to bring this information to you from the perspective of a newbie or a greenhorn or whatever you want to call it, and hopefully in doing that show you the learning process, the safe learning process, and you know, hopefully provide you with a little insight into how to go out in the woods and safely enjoy the resources that are available to you. And because I'm not an expert, I'm not a professional, I don't get paid to do this. I'm just doing it because I want to share it with the world. I want to share it with people that enjoy doing this. Hopefully provide some inspiration and ideas for you to go off on your own and experiment with cautiously, and hopefully show you the safe way to do that. So that's what my channel is going to be about. It's going to be about getting out in the woods and hunting and gathering and safely learning about and using the resources that are available to you for free. So just keep that in mind as you're watching my videos. I'm gonna try and provide some how-tos, but you need to keep in mind that when I show you something or when I do something, I'm doing it from the perspective of my experience. And if I show you that I'm eating a plant, or that I'm using a plant or something in a certain way, it's because I've researched it thoroughly. I've talked with professionals, I've talked with scientists, I've talked with toxicologists, I've done massive online research through amateur sites as well as universities. I've talked to people at the botanical gardens and such. So just keep that in mind, and hopefully we can keep enjoying this together for a long time. But I'll tell you what, if you just walk out in the woods and start eating things and rubbing them on your skin, or trying to do land navigation without the proper skills, you're putting your life in jeopardy. And you could be putting your friends and family, you could put their life in jeopardy as well if you try to force this on them. So don't go trying to force nothing on nobody, and do your research, do your homework, and you can safely enjoy what the wilderness has to offer, just like me. Talk to you later.